you torn between buying a brand new home and a resale home? Both come with big advantages and big pitfalls you don't want to overlook. And here's the truth. The contracts, contingencies, warranties, even how you pay your deposit, it all works completely differently depending on which path you choose. That's why in today's video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about buying a new construction home versus a resale home here in California, so you can avoid costly surprises and make the best move for your family. I'm Leslie Swan with the Swan Team Real Estate, your Orange County real estate expert. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I share insider tips, give neighborhood tours, and real market updates that help you navigate Orange County real estate with confidence. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's also thinking about buying. It really helps support the channel and ensures you don't miss any of my future updates. Let's start with one of the biggest differences: contracts and contingencies. When you buy a resale home, you're working with the standard California Association of Realtors purchase agreement. It's familiar to most agents, it protects both buyers and sellers, and it usually comes with a loan contingency. That's a built-in safety net that gives you time to finalize your financing and ensures you don't lose your deposit if your loan falls through. Now compare that to a new construction home where builders use their own contracts, not the California Association of Realtor forms. And here's the kicker. They typically don't include a loan contingency. That means once you sign, you're expected to close, even if your financing falls apart. This is one of those areas where it's critical to have an experienced buyer's agent reviewing the terms with you. A lot of buyers don't realize they're signing a very different type of contract until it's too late. This is also when it's critical to have direct underwriting from your lender. While I highly recommend having direct underwriting for both resale and new construction, direct underwriting from your lender for new construction will give you confidence in moving forward without a loan contingency. And just to stress one more time, unless you have a ton of cash you're planning to use to buy a property, please get pre-approved before you ever start the process. You will thank yourself for it, I promise. Now, speaking of representation, here's another key difference. In both cases, both new builds and resale homes, you can and absolutely should have your own buyer's agent. The builder will have their own sales team, but they represent the builder, not you. The important detail is with new construction, your agent needs to be registered the very first time you visit the sales office or the model homes. If you go without them or don't mention you're working with an agent, the builder may refuse to allow your agent to represent you later. With a resale home, it's not an issue. Your agent is involved from the beginning and everything runs through the standard process. So, if you are looking at resale properties with a realtor, but also going to see new builds for ideas, always make sure the new builder's office knows you are represented. Let's talk warranties, because this is one of the biggest selling points for new construction. When you buy a brand new home, most builders provide a 10-year structural warranty that covers major elements like the foundation, the walls, and the roof. On top of that, you'll often get a 1-year warranty on fixtures and finishes. So if your brand new dishwasher fails or there's an issue with the cabinets in year 1, it's covered. With a resale home, warranties don't come standard. Instead, your agent will usually negotiate a 1-year home warranty that's typically paid for by the seller. These warranties are more limited in that they cover things like appliances, plumbing, and electrical, but they do not cover the entire structure. So, if peace of mind and coverage are high on your priority list, new construction definitely has the edge here. Now let's look at how the earnest money deposit works, because this is another area where the process flips. When you buy a resale home, you'll sign the contract first. Then you have a set number of days to deposit your earnest money into escrow. With new construction, it works the other way around. You're usually required to put down your earnest money before you can get the official contract to sign. That means you're committing financially earlier in the process, which can feel backwards if you're used to the resale system. And there aren't any contingencies for you to fall back on in case you change your mind. That means once you deposit that earnest money, unlike in a resale home where you have contingencies, it automatically becomes the builder's money, and you will not be getting it back unless you have an incredibly extenuating circumstance like a loss of job, But even that is still a decision left up to the builder. Again, just something to be aware of so you're not caught off guard. Finally, let's talk about negotiations, because this is an area where buyers often assume incorrectly. With resale homes, negotiations are common. You might ask the seller to include the washer, dryer, or refrigerator. You might even negotiate repairs after inspections, or even get credits for closing costs. With new construction, people often think there's no room to negotiate. And that's not always true. Depending on the market, builders will sometimes cover closing costs, throw in upgrades, or include things like solar panels, appliances, or landscaping. The trick is knowing when to ask. Towards the end of a sales phase, think end of the month or end of the quarter, or when they have inventory they want to move quickly. The inventory they want to move quickly is the homes that are already built and ready for move-in. So don't assume you can't negotiate with the builder. Having a savvy agent can save you thousands here and get you more upgrades than you may have thought possible. So let's recap. With resale homes, you get standard California Association of Realtor contracts, a loan contingency, discovery and disclosure contingencies, and more flexibility on timing. With new construction, you're on the builder's contract. There's no loan contingency, and you'll pay earnest money up front before you get the official purchase contracts. Warranties are a huge plus for new builds, while resale homes rely on negotiated home warranties. And in both cases, you should absolutely have a buyer's agent by your side from the beginning. Both options have pros and cons. It really comes down to your priorities, budgets, and how much risk you're comfortable taking on. If you're considering buying a home in Orange County, whether it's a shiny new construction or a charming resale, give me a call. I'd love to guide you through the process and make sure you end up with the right home at the right terms. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it, share it with a friend who's house hunting, and subscribe for more insider tips about living in and moving to Orange County. I'm Leslie Swan with the Swan Team Real Estate. Thanks for watching, and be sure to watch this video to learn how to get a significantly lower mortgage rate for your next purchase.